Morning.
Morning, Mas.
Yeah. Guys, do you ever hear a phrase of fail-safe? Anyone in here can explain to me what is fail-safe maybe? You know what a fail-safe? Okay. Fail-safe. You ever heard of it? No? Never? Fail-safe? Fail-safe. Not the movie. Okay. There is a movie about that also. Can you see my screen? In engineering, a fail-safe is design feature for practice that in the event specific type of failure inherently respond in a way that will cause minimal or no harm to other equipment or environmental people. Fail-safe is something that is very common in the engineering world. You know what I mean? I'm a bit surprised because most of you is an engineer, you know, and you never heard of the fail-safe. What? Really? Why I'm talking about yesterday? We have really bad things, really do bad things on the development that cause very massive actually problem in the EDH. Okay. What is the problem? The problem is we send wrong notification basically to student. According to you, maybe when you hear it, Amas is just a wrong notification. What's harm of it? Nah, imagine you are a student, you apply in the Udayana University majoring electrical degree, okay, but you get email mentioning that you need to put all the document because you apply to Brawijaya University majoring veteran. Do you think this one major or not, guys? How is it according to you? Jerry, maybe. Is it a big problem or not, according to you?
Yes, because the one that get the email will go to Brawijaya.
Yeah. But you apply on the Udayana University on the major of electrical engineering. You get the email that applied in Brawijaya, blah, blah, blah. Sing that one. To how many students, guys? 3,000. 3,103 students. Can you imagine, right? You are developing something. And you are not just developing something to what you develop is really being used by the user. Okay. So what is the relation between the what I'm saying the problem and the fail-safe that I said? Maybe Santika, you can tell me, Santika here or not? San, San, what is the problem yesterday, San? Why this happened, San? Without mentioning
When
the error, yeah. Without
yeah,
saying the person the error, I don't want to send it to the front of that.
when sending the notif, we get the template first. But first, when we call the function to get the notif, we miss to pass the program.
Hmm.
And then in the function to get the template, it also not selecting the default one if there is no program pass.
You see, you see the problem. The problem is like this. Okay. If you are developing, I mean, like you are in the production team, okay, you will aware with something we call notification management, right? Okay, can someone here explain to me what is notification management features in the high level? No one? No one can? Or should I mention the name? Anyone? Can you explain to me what is notification management?
Maybe I can explain.
Okay, by you, the one who owned the application since the beginning anyway. You know,
What shall I not?
Nabil, you got that also. What is notification management? You developed it before, right?
Mm-mm.
What is
Uh,
notification?
from what I know, but and what I understand about the notification management, it's one of the features that allow user to create a template for
Hmm.
each program
Yeah,
for the notification.
for each program, for each
Mm.
specific things. You know what I mean? You
For
see
each.
here, okay, this is the notification that causing the problem. You see here, we have something we call a default. You know what I mean? What is default? What is default, Lintang? What is the meaning of default? Can you explain to me, to everyone, what is default?
Default is like the template, uh, the automatic notification that is going to be sent if the user is
Hmm.
not going to edit or have any modification related with the notification they want.
You see, the default one, okay, the default one, the default one supposed to be a file safe filter. You see what I mean? A file safe. Okay, now you know what is file safe. File safe is when something in here not working as intended. Okay, okay. When it is not brush up and it is not MOPA, it's supposed to go to the default. And when there is an error, like Santika explained before, okay, the developer forgot to add the parameter. Okay, where should it go, guys? Supposedly, but guys, maybe where do you think it will be go? Suppose, I mean, like, logically, when the program do not mention, do not miss the parameter, when the code miss the parameter to select either Brasat or MOPA, because they are not in Brasat and or MOPA the program. Where is it go?
It will be go to the default.
There's some certain noise coming from it. It will go to the default, right? The default. Correct or not? It will go to the default. Okay. Before, when we develop this, when we design this, when I design this, I tell everyone that everything, okay, why we have default? Because everything, if there is a mess up in anywhere, you need to make your code, okay, to the default. To my surprise yesterday, when Santika explained me and I check, why, how come it's not come to the default, you know? And when he told me, the one who write this code, come back to this one, supposed to be default, they're not writing it to be come back to the default. They write to select the latest one that is edited or updated. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct? It is like that, right? So this is why it is very important, guys, for you to implement what we call a failsafe. You are engineer, think like one. Okay? Think like one. You see, when you code something, when you are in the system, okay, think like a neural engineer. Okay, when I develop this, what happened if something happened with that? If this one is failed, do I have a safeguarding in here? Do I have a file safe system in here? Will it stop in here only? Okay, I already asked before in the design to put a file safe in here already. If in case there is fail, you need to go everything by default. Santika, you remember also even in the at the MTC in the version 2, there is also another failsafe. If in the default is not there, you have something hard coded in the backend, correct? For notification, the one that we use now. That's how implement many failsafe when we develop it. But the problem, the one who doing it, I'm not the one who coding it. I can explain to you that this one need to be failsafe, that need to be failsafe, but if you don't follow me, if you don't follow the documentation, what happened? This what happened. This 3000 error is what happened. Okay, you know, if the failsafe is there, okay, even there is no parameter, it looks like the default one, guys, and we are still okay with it because remember, you see the notification in my screen, it's like neutral, neutral for everything. It can be to any student from any campus, from any university, from any major, from anywhere. This one. But when you come, this one specifically mention Brasa. Especially mention maybe in our case Brawijaya or Udayana or you Indonesian University or Gajah Mada, something like that. Especially mention something. Okay. I don't know want you in here to want to be just become a programmer, okay, or coder. Everyone can do coding. You are a developer here. Okay. So let's think like one. Starting from that. Okay. You code something, you check. If something happened, if something fell in my code, how can I stop it? To not causing another harm, no other to stop to fail in here only. Starting like that, guys. Starting like that. Implement failsafe everywhere. Okay. And why I explain about failsafe in the morning meeting, because failsafe is not just for an engineer, it's for everywhere. Every system you design. Talent acquisition. Okay. Managing the employee. Okay. Every plan. Okay. Every system must have what things they call safe. So failsafe, sorry. Must have. Okay. And from today, I hope you understand this because you cannot make another mistakes like that. 3,103 students is big. When you are in the MTC before, one school maybe 600 students, one class 600 students, 300 students, something like that. When there is a mistake, there is a problem also, but still manageable. 3,000 students, man. Wow. I don't know the consequence. Yesterday night, we just do firefighting mode. I just, firefighting mode, I just put off the fire with some guitar. Okay? Just put off the fire. With a quarantine also, we just put off the fire. Customer seems very angry, very upset, but we don't know the consequence yet. So, come on, guys. This one mistake is really suck because your features, you develop features very good. 052 is good features. But just because of this small mistake that cause huge impact, you can imagine how it. Okay. Maybe you are thinking, nah, it's okay, mas, I don't something like that right now, but we're still in here. You still eat the money from the customer, I say something like that. So it is our responsibility also to do for something good, right? Or not? Again. Okay. So many startup bubble brush in there because they are using the, investor and something like that. We don't. Our money is coming from the customer. We are stable, but we need to take care of our customer. It's one of the responsibility also, right? Okay. It's part of your responsibility also. So when you develop something, and it is also not good for your, you know what I mean? As you are a developer, you build something and you build it fail. If you fail miserably like this, is not really good for your, you know, portfolio also. Okay, this is your chance. I mean, like you develop something, what you develop is used by a lot of people. You can be proud of it. Okay, just put to your portfolio also. It's not just like you develop simple application that only used by small people. What you use is for big people. Your name is in the credit. Your name is in there. You develop this, blah, 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 because so it's also your name you put in there when you develop something. So develop something good. Fail safe. Implement fail safe. Think for it. Okay. When you develop it, you don't understand, you can discuss with me. Okay. Can always discuss with your technical. Yeah. Your technical is expert people. They know where to put it the first. Discuss with them also. Hey, I have a code that might risk of big problem. But do you think we stop it? See, it is better. It is better. Sometimes yesterday I tell Santika like, usually we throw error, right? Son? Usually when something getting wrong, we usually get the cron job is stop, right? When there is missing parameter. For example, I was asking Santika like that. Why this one is working? Why in this one it is working? I say something. Like, why this one they put a file save and the file save is wrong? How come you can logically thinking? I mean, like if you, I ask you, I mean, like at the MP, for example, if I try to get a specific template and there is no specific template for my program, okay, the program is checking, the code itself is checking for the latest one. It's not logic. It's not logic. Why we implement before? It's not logic, right? Guys, this is for everyone at the person. This today's weekend supposed to be fun. Okay, we talk about things, say home. What you do tomorrow, what are you doing tomorrow. But recently we're talking something on the start. Okay. So please improve yourself. Okay. Improve it. Think like an engineer. You are an engineer, think like an engineer. And even if you are not engineering here, the file safe concept can be used to whatever system you make. Okay. What happens is suddenly this person will not go to the office, they will go here. The same, it's a concept also. So the problem will stay in that area instead of harming everything. Okay? You always working on a system. You don't want the system to fail. You just want some part of the system to fail. You don't want the entire system. Okay? That's why I'm going to first. Please do it. Please think like one this. Sorry if I use my harsh word, but you are engineer. Think like that. Okay? So, if you are not agree, you are very welcome to argue with me, guys. Seriously. I must open-minded. Okay? And I will never have to preach. No, Santika already. How many times you don't agree with me and you are telling me that this one is not good, mass is like this, it's like that, it's supposed to be like, okay, why not? Why it's like this? I expect. In here, I follow opinion of others. You think what I'm saying is not good? Mass yourself is not important here. Tell me like, okay. If you shy in front of people, you can tell me like, okay. But this file safe thing, if implemented correctly, we can save our face yesterday actually. But no. I only know yesterday because the file safe cannot be tested from the UI, guys. When I have 1,000 testers, they cannot test if the file safe is correct or not, except the developer make a mistake. Correct or not? Correct or not? That's why it is file safe. Because actually the problem of the file safe, I will not found it if there is no problem about selecting the specific notification, right? Yes. We found it after we know this. Then why we don't select the default one? Because this one, oh, fuck. If we implement correctly, we can also select the default one. We are still so it's really sad because the feature we develop is good and this one is blown up the customer. Okay. Thank you very much for this morning. I hope you understand. I hope you understand. I really do. I hope you understand. I hope you implement it. I mean, as long as you are here, you are in a team with me. You are in one big team called Zetta Byte. Okay. And we have responsibility. Okay. We always receive what we need to receive every end of the month, but we need to do our responsibility as well. We need to do quality job. Hell, not a quality job. We need to do a very good job. You know. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. I say it again. You are an engineer, guys. Most of you in here, you are engineers. Okay? Think like that. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day. If I don't talk with you, have a nice weekend also. Cheers.